In the last year, I started working with artificial intelligence, and I created something called the AI Accelerator for the bar exam. It has been really spectacularly successful. I'm going to demonstrate it for you. So what we did with the AI Accelerator was to create tools that flip the script. Instead of passive learning, we gave you the ability to take all of our materials, run them through our artificial intelligence, and ask the questions you wanted answers to, including reviewing essays. So let me show you how that works. This first tool is called a notebook. We created notebooks for every subject on your bar exam. This is a notebook we did for evidence, both multi-state and Florida. So in this notebook, which is AI, we put in all of our celebration bar review materials on that subject. We put in the transcripts of the lectures, multiple choice questions, rules differences, and the outline from the books. That's all the material that you would go through in the legacy course. And then we said to the AI, start creating information tools that make it possible for the student to ask questions. So in this second panel here called chat, you can start asking questions of the AI based on this material. And it can be anything you want. There's a whole series of questions here. It gives you examples too. But if you were trying to learn evidence, you might say, what do I need to know about Florida evidence rules? And then we just hit this little blue arrow here, and the AI is going to start giving you answers. Now, the reason this is important is that you might understand Florida evidence just fine, but there's one little thing I don't know. So you can type that in and ask it. I'm asking a big, broad, general question. And while it's thinking about that, I want to show you this third panel over here called Studio. Now, Studio is where we put everything that's created out of these first two panels. And it includes this wonderful thing called a mind map, which I'll show you in just a minute. Here's its answer to my question about Florida evidence rules. You notice these numbers here? If I hover over them, it gives me the source material. So you can see it comes right out of our books. So here's this information about Florida evidence rules. It summarizes all those pages of material into just this short piece. It creates a study guide and it creates a briefing document. But let me show you the mind map because this is pretty cool. There's the mind map on evidence law. And let's say I really didn't understand the recorded recollection up here. Tap that, watch what happens. It comes over here and it gives me more information in this chat box. We wanted to know about recorded recollection. So we just tapped on it. It got it already. So this is recorded recollection. And here's the information that you need for it. We get a briefing document, which is a summary of the outline. We also have a study guide for this subject. And in the study guide, we've got a quiz, some answer keys, and glossary of terms. In addition to all of this, we create an audio and a video. The audio is usually an overview of the subject. We take your essay that you submit and run it through here. I want you to watch what we're doing. This is a podcast, and you see where it says interactive mode?
Yeah.
I'm going to start to play this podcast and watch what happens.
Welcome. We're doing a special deep dive just for you today, focusing right on your bar exam prep for July.
We're diving into the federal and Florida rules of evidence. It's definitely a critical area.
Bar prep throws just a ton of information at you. Evidence can feel...
Oh, hey there. What's up?
Hey, I'd like to know in the multi-state, what's the most heavily tested subject in evidence?
That's a great question.
Based on the latest inflow from the bar examiners,
The single biggest topic on the MBE, question-wise, is relevancy,
around 8 questions usually fall under that umbrella.
which is interesting. You might think it would be hearsay.
Hearsay is definitely up there with around 6 questions.
Why do you think relevancy has become more important than hearsay?
That's a really insightful question.
If we look at why evidence exists,
It's to help establish the facts in a case.
and relevancy is the very first hurdle any piece of information has to clear.
Exactly.
So now you can talk back to the podcast. You can ask questions, but then let's say we're in torts and you submit your torts essay. In the legacy course, you would submit it and we would talk about it one-on-one. But what if you we're able to submit it to the AI and let the AI review your work. Watch this.
So you've got strict product liability against Precit, which was the manufacturer of the machine. And then you've got negligence against his employer, and then medical malpractice against Dr. Quack. So you had all three of those in there, which is great. And what I really liked was how you used the fact that the machine lacked a safety guard.
To build your strict liability argument? How did she do at that?
Alexandra picked up on that keyhole fact.
Okay, so you see, we're taking your essay and creating a video just for you using
Okay.
AI. Okay.
Let's see if we can apply that same analytical strength to other areas.
Okay. So now let's shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. We're using two avatars there, and it's not just me. Same idea though. All right. That's pretty amazing. So you get the notebook, you get the audio overview, you get a video that's done just for you. And we do all of this within your existing legacy course, plus something additional. At the very bottom of the course, there will be something that would say AI lessons. And within that, we'd
Okay.
have your notebooks, your mind maps, and your videos. So here are some of the videos we've created for a particular student, all within your course. Here's one on Florida and multi-state torts. And then here's one for property law down here. Okay. Different avatars. Then we've got all the notebooks that we create for you. We've got mind maps. In addition to the mind map that I showed you already, we also will give you separate mind maps for every subject. So here's a torts mind map using AI. The best part of it is all you have to do is tap on something to get additional information. If I
Yes.
want to create a slideshow, here's one on wrongful death. It'll create that for me. And there's my slideshow. Now, let's say you're in real property and you've got questions about it. See where it says need more help? Ask the property bot. You just click here and call it.
Hi, this is my AI bot that's trained to assist you in your multi-state real property study. How can I help you today?
Could you explain a fee simple determinable?
Certainly. A fee simple determinable is a type of fee simple estate that automatically ends and reverts to the grantor when a specified condition occurs.
Violate the rule against perpetuities?
No, a fee simple determinable does not violate the rule against perpetuities. The rule against perpetuities primarily concerns future interests that are uncertain as to if or when they will vest, and it requires that such interests must vest, if at all, no later than 21 years after the death of a relevant life or lives in being at the time the interest was created.
So what happens is in every subject, you have what we call a subject tutor bot. And you can ask this bot any questions you want. It never gets impatient. It just keeps answering the questions. You get a notebook for every subject, an audio overview of every subject that you can interact with. You get a video of your written work for every subject. You can submit essays in every subject. You get a mind map for every subject. You get the subject tutor bot. All of that is available for $500. So half of just doing 5 calls with me, and you can pay for it monthly. The best part is that it's going to reduce your study time from 300 hours to about 150 hours. The reason for that is now you don't have to go through all those lectures again, and you don't have to do all that reading again. And we did this on a beta test in February. The students that used this tool reduced their study time in half or more. We had increases as much as 40 points for people who had taken the exam 6, 7, 8 times or more. This is a game changer. You don't need to listen to my property lecture again because it's the things you don't know that you have to learn. It's how to write the essays. It's how to make sure that you're getting the rules that you're missing. And so this allows you to do that. It's $50 a month for 12 months. So it's very inexpensive. And after you've had it for about a week or so, we'll do another call and just make sure that you're using it properly, because I don't want you to be overwhelmed, confused. because it changes the learning. It's hard to find something that everybody likes, but we're pretty close. I think it would make a big difference.